Bitcoin has had a pullback in the last 24 hours from its all-time highs. Ethereum looks good to continue to push on. We've also had major corrections in XRP, smaller ones in Binance Coin, and Stellar has dropped out of the top 10 again. So all that and more in today's crypto news update. Hey guys, what is up? It's Greg here from Personal Evolution. Today coming at you with a market update again, looking at some crypto news and analysis. If you could hit the like, hit the subscribe, that will tell YouTube that we're doing well here and giving some valuable information. And yeah, kind of jumping straight into the markets, let's take a look at what we have on the charts. So yeah, as I said in the introduction, Bitcoin has pulled back from its all-time highs a bit. If we jump into the chart quickly, we can see that it's kind of went up, spiked around here, and then it's fallen back down, kind of retraced back up, and it's just having a bit of a consolidation here. We'd probably expect today to see this going maybe a bit more sideways for a bit. We're still expecting a larger push out to the upside coming very soon before a much bigger crash. But we'll really have to wait and see if maybe this is our top, maybe this is the top of the market now. But yeah, if it starts plummeting downwards, we could expect to see people taking profit, driving the price. Then we'd see a bounce back up as people bounce it back up from that support level. And this whole movement, what I'm kind of describing here, is really when we start to see the alt season kind of kicking off. So if Bitcoin comes down, drops up, pings off, this time period here is when we typically see all season really kicking off, and that's already what we have been seeing. In terms of who's been flying, XRP still very much up from 7 days ago, although it's had a bit of a pullback. I noted that Stellar also followed XRP up in a lot of ways, not to the same extent, but has also had a big pullback. Cardano as well as Binance both pulling back a bit. We've got news about Binance coming up at the end, so stick around for that. But yeah, still looking pretty good. The total market cap for cryptos is kind of going sideways, so that's a good around the 2.1 to 2.2 trillion mark. We've done Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance still falling ever so slightly, 54.10 now. So yeah, we're kind of getting there on the alt season things. Probably the big news from yesterday, the second piece of big news from yesterday was Ethereum. We saw a bit of a run up in the price before the Berlin Hardfork, although from this ELI5 for the Berlin Hardfork on Reddit, I'll leave a link below. The block number 12244 is the key number. And having a look at EtherScan, let's see where we are. We're at 12.24. Yeah, so we should have. I think we are still a bit off. We're still waiting for another, 6,500 blocks before we get the Berlin Hardfork coming into effect. So yeah, we did see a bit of a price run up, and I'd expect it to keep running up until that Hardfork happens, really. In terms of what this Hardfork is doing, I'll let you read this, but basically it lowers gas costs on a number of transactions and compiling processes, as well as a couple of other bits. So pretty big, not as big as the EIP 1559, which is like the contentious one. I think that is due sometime in July. So yeah, worth keeping an eye on though, just so we understand. In terms of the biggest news yesterday, Coinbase obviously went public, but it debuted at 381 per share, shot up to 424, but then 310 was like the low point. It ended the day at 328, which is still 31% higher than the reference price. Although, as far as I understand from the likes of Meet Kevin and stuff, the reference price doesn't really ever have any sway. So yeah, the 383 was 381 was near the street price, and I'd highly recommend watching Meet Kevin because we'll look at him in a second. But in terms of what that looked like on the chart, we saw it kind of spike up, come back down. So this is when it really opened. It was then trying to find its feet, had a bit of a sell-off, and then something really drove it down. And again, as I mentioned before, Meet Kevin does a really good analysis of this yesterday. I think it was this video. I can leave a link in the description. But what he was saying was that this largest sell program in 3 weeks came into effect and added a whole load of selling pressure, which really drove the Coinbase stock down as well as the whole market. So bit of bad luck maybe on the Coinbase IPO day, or maybe it was intentional, not sure there. We don't tend to talk too much about stocks on this channel, but it's probably well worth keeping an eye on Coinbase, as we are all crypto investors and want it to do well, really. In terms of what else happened, we had Gary Gensler finally confirmed as the SEC. And yeah, I mean, I think that was positive news for the whole of crypto, because he has been pretty pro-crypto in the past. So yeah, hopefully we get some resolution on the XRP thing. I don't think he's just going to rug pull, you know, pull out of the litigation, but, you know, things can happen. Maybe he will. In terms of looking ahead then, we have the 15th BNB Burn. In terms of what that has done to the price is it passed 600 and set all new time highs at 640. It had quite a heavy retracement, as we can see in the price, a 5% down correction. They're going to burn probably more than the last burn, so we'll see how much when the CZ announces it, see how much they're actually going to burn, and that will really impact the price. I'll probably give this guy a follow on Twitter if you want all things BNB. The other piece of news was the MEX snapshot, which is a new automated market maker, as far as I understand, coming to Elrond. In terms of what that's done for the price, because the snapshot is coming up, obviously people are stockpiling their EGLD a bit, so they can get the most MEX for their money, because when you take a snapshot, that's what they'll use to say, oh, okay, you get this much. So yeah, taking a look at what MEX is, it's Maya. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's a AMM, so similar to Uniswap or something. In terms of the token supply, they're going to give 47.5% of the token supply will be claimable by EGLD holders in the first year. So yeah, if you're interested in getting some free tokens, probably convert into EGLD before, what day is it? The 19th, and you should be able to claim that. Yeah, and really looking at the rest of the tokens, another 44%, well, nearly 45% will be provided during the next 10 years, with 5 halvings every 2 years. And they got some for security and DeFi stuff. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense and kind of brings you up to date with the latest crypto news. Like I said before, if you could give us a like, give us a subscribe, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that we're doing well here. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I think I'm doing a deep dive into the Flare network business analysis following along from the white paper. So yeah, definitely check that out when it comes out. I'll tweet about it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.